This is Get to Know Alabama. Today we are at Current Charcoal Grill in downtown Birmingham to get to know Chef Luke Joseph just a little bit better. We're going to learn more about his life abroad and how it inspires his food in Birmingham every single day. Let's go take Chef Luke some coffee and get to know him a little bit more. Chef Luke, congrats on 1 year of Current. What do you feel like has been something you're the most proud of over the last year and something that you're looking forward to the most for the next year?
So the thing that we're proud of most at the restaurant is really the team that we built here. It's really exciting to have a team that shares the same vision and the passion for the food that we're doing here. And I think that's something to be really proud of. You know, the produce here in Alabama is amazing. And the restaurant that we have is Asian inspired. So there's a lot of ingredients that are found in Alabama that are also in Asia. And that's something that we're really excited about.
Where does your love for food come from?
You know, I grew up in a very kind of sustainable, kind of simple lifestyle. I grew up on a very small island off the coast of New Zealand. And, you know, my parents are really into conservation, and we love food as a family. And I think growing up in that kind of environment really just instilled a really natural love for food. Ingredients is a huge part of memories for me. You know, having that physical connection to food. My granddad's like an avid fisherman, so for me, going down to the beach and like harvesting things like mussels or hand diving for scallops are huge memories for me.
Tell me a little bit about the charcoal grill part of the name. What does that mean and where does it come from?
So we use Bichotan style charcoal. It's a charcoal that's found in Japan, and it's really known around the world for its intense heat, as well as how clean it is. And in just some parts, a special flavor onto the food that gets grilled over it. And that's really the heart of the kitchen that we have at the restaurant. You
grew up Waiheke Island, New Zealand. You've been all over the world. So why open a restaurant in Alabama?
I mean, it's a big world out there, you know. My wife is from Alabama.
Okay.
We were living in Australia and, you know, she had this yearning to move home and naturally, you know, I like to travel. So I thought, you know, why not? And I'd been here previously as well. And, you know, I got taken out by a whole bunch of people from Alabama and I had a good old time. And I thought, you know, it seemed like a really fun place to live. And you know, I love the whole Southern hospitality of Southerners. I think you guys are awesome. So it was something that was a very easy move for me, you know?
How does Current showcase sustainably harvested food?
Also a lot of our produce from farms, local farms like Island Farm. Then when it comes to seafood, we source some of our seafood from Australia, Skull Island prawns, a really beautiful product. So we source spearfish at the restaurant. The reason why we use this product is because it preserves a lot of the ecosystem down in the ocean. They also adhere more to fishing regulations as well. And it doesn't impact the environment as much as well.
Where all have you lived across the world?
You know, I've lived in parts of Asia, as well as Australia as well is a huge part of me traveling, New Zealand, obviously, and then America. You know, a lot of the products that we use here are from Japan. So we use premium grade nori. We also use wild caught like salmon roe that's soaked in dashi. And then the technique that we use on the charcoal grill as well, the bichotan, is, you know, a huge part of the menu and a huge part of the restaurant.
Interesting. What is a common misconception that you hear about Alabama?
You know, the thing is, I didn't really know much about Alabama before moving here. I guess for me, it might be like there's lots of like Dukes of Hazzard kind of themed cars driving around, or I think boiled peanuts is a probably big one.
How does the environment and the interiors of the restaurant play a part in the food experience?
The way that the restaurant looks, smells, and feels is, you know, really important to the overall experience. So, you know, we've tried really hard to create this sort of environment where people are able to have a lot of fun. They're also able to just relax, you know. Coming into the restaurant should really be no different to going to mum's house. You know, we want to make everyone feel very comfortable. We also want to make people feel like they have stepped into a different world, you know. So as part of the way that the restaurant looks, you know, it's so important.
Yeah, it's like going to mom's really nice house.
So this is our sushi bar. You know, it's a lot of fun for couples or groups to sit here. We get fresh wasabi, which is from Japan as well. That's a really fun thing for people to watch, as well as, you know, we cut a lot of the fish to order. We do Wagyu here as well, which we blowtorch. Craftsmen, middle worker come in and fab out the whole bar, and, you know, especially with age, it gets this really beautiful patina. And then that just kind of ties into all the natural elements that we have in the restaurant. The floors as well, these are reclaimed floors, and they were actually taken from a building a few blocks away. It's around 100 years old. Cool, so this is the charcoal that we use at the restaurant. Because of how hot it almost burns as like an infrared style heat, where it cooks from the inside out. When either the juices fall onto it, it vaporizes and it goes back into the food that you're cooking over it.
You have the matcha now.
We have matcha, yeah. So the matcha is from Japan.
Can we see it?
Yep. Matcha is a leaf that grows on a tree. And it's a tea, okay? And the reason why it's so green when you get it is because of the process of how they extract the matcha itself. The lack of heat from grinding it into that powder retains a really beautiful, vibrant color.
What's your favorite dish on your menu?
Miso custard tart. The tart, it hits on all levels. And it's been a wild card as well, you know, for all of us. We didn't expect it to take off like it did. You
guys are changing your menu often. Is there anything coming soon that we can be excited about?
You know, summer's hitting pretty soon. Tempura basket is going to be something that's going to be hitting the menu pretty soon, utilizing those really beautiful products from the farms.
What is an underrated ingredient?
I think seaweed. It's a beautiful product, it grows in the sea, has a lot of great flavors, and it's really good for you.
Yeah, I'm already getting hungry just thinking about it. As a chef, when you are craving something, you're not going to eat here, you're going to go somewhere else that's really good that you like.
Piece of Grace is pretty good.
What do you like to do in your free time?
Well, I have two beautiful children, so we go to the zoo a lot. McWayne Center is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So.
How does living in Birmingham inspire you creatively?
You know, so since we're in Alabama, for me, it's a different culture, different country altogether. So I think building the bridge between what we're doing at the restaurant to what Southern cuisine is, I think that's inspiring in its own.
Thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today over a cup of coffee. I love getting to learn more about you in the restaurant. Check us out next time on Get to Know Alabama.